What's up, everybody, and thank you so much for watching this video. Now, I don't know if you can hear me well. I'm traveling. I'm actually back home in Italy, and I'm on the terrace. So, well, I hope you can hear me well. But if you can, let's just dive into the chart and let's take a look at what's happening on Bitcoin right now. Now, what we can see is simply, I like to start from a bigger time frame to then go into shorter time frame. Now, what we have now is, well, a simple uptrend on a bigger time frame like this, and what expectation could be that we are retracing to at least half, so to this area, and then expecting maybe another higher high. Now this would be all great, but that means that we are, as we can see, in a downtrend right now. So as we can see, we are making lower lows and lower highs. So until this high is not broken, for me, we remain bearish on a daily time frame. That does not mean that I'm not taking long, or I haven't been taking longs, but on a daily, we are bearish. As you can see, till this high, we can mark it out like this, is not broken, we remain bearish. Now, I do already have a few, as you can see here, a few areas marked out for us. You know, put them on your chart if you're interested in these areas. But now let's take a look on the daily at what I'm looking at. Now we can start with this area right here. So previous highs. I'm always interested in previous highs. We came almost to touch this previous highs, but we didn't. So if we come back down here, I would expect a reaction from here at least. Also because we can see we have a order block right here, and this is a previous range, so we will definitely have some support right here. So we have an order block, and let me just take a quick look if it also shows here on our beautiful tool from Chart Prime. I will also leave the guys the link in the description to get all these indicators. We can see here, yeah, we have a beautiful order block. It's a soft order block, so not that strong, but still an order block on a daily time frame. So it's still good to look at these areas. So I already have all of this marked out on the areas. One day you can see here. And then we have this green area. This green area is simple, a Fibonacci 382 level. Now, how did I pull that? Now, I take the low of the swing here to the high, and then I just pull it to the right side so I have a better understanding on where it actually is. We can see we have the 382 right here on the highs, and we have an order block right here. So this area is an area of interest for me. As you can see, we have an order block right here. We currently are on an order block, and we are also this. So you can see this one right here is a reddish area. That is the local, let's say, golden pocket 786 pulled from this impulse high to this impulse low. We can see we have the golden pocket. Let me just turn this off for a second. We have this golden pocket 786 area, and I mark that out right here, right? Let's see if it's, I mean, you got it right. There you go. There you go, this one. And on top of that, we also have a strong order block, a daily loud order block, high order block, pardon. So now, and this is why I am expecting the price to have a reversal here and come back down. So I'm not sure if it's going to stop here eventually for a local golden pocket area. We have also other order blocks right here. You can see this area. I will show you now in a second, but maybe we can stop here. If not, we are probably continuing down at least to this 382 level. Now, another thing to mention is the fact that we have this trend line right here. You can see we have this trend line. You can see how I'm all organized here with the object tree right here. You should do that too, in my opinion. It's very helpful. Now, let's just jump into the 4-hour, so into shorter time frame, and we can see how we broke this trend line that we had here. Let me just zoom in a little bit. We broke this trend line, we tapped it a few times, and I was able to take a quick long from here. It was a quick scalp. It was very short. I stopped earlier because this candle scared me out, but it did take some profit. and I will stop loss to entry immediately, so it was quick $100. But now let's just dive into why I did that. So we broke the structure right here, and we also had VWAP and many other things, but let's just not get lost here, right? So we broke this trend line. Now there are a few things that I'm looking at. There are also trend line right here, so we could have a bounce on this area. Why I am saying this area? Because we have another order block. You can see this tiny little order block right here. This red candle now. Let me see if I can do it well. There we go. And I usually marked it out with, there you go. I have an order block here. And let me just delete this for a second. I think I already have this saved on the 4 hour, or yeah, on the 4 hour, we have the order block right here. So we have an order block here, a trend line coming up here, and also these are highs. These are highs, right? Previous highs. So eventually we could come back down here. We could eventually take a quick scalp up and at least target, right, this lows right here. So if we come down here, we target this, eventually this other highs, or we could come lower into this area. Now, let me just take all of this out. There we go. So we have this on the 4 hour. Let me just turn on again these areas. So we have this other order block right here. Is a loud order block. So we are pushing the price down at the moment. So we are coming back down here. As we can see, all this area are perfectly. Now I will make a Discord platform, a Discord server, so that you guys can all come in and get this level, because as we can see, they are perfectly working as they should. So we are having a rejection. So obviously, if we go into lower time frame, we could take advantage of that. Now, what I'm waiting for before entering any trade, because we have this strong uptrend, right? This look a lot like exhaustion. We can push higher. In my opinion, this is what these candles are telling me. Again, we are in a strong uptrend. For that reason, I'm not eager to take a short now. I'm not just pressing short because we have exhaustions here and we are on a level. No, this is pretty dangerous. So what I'm waiting for is for a change of character with confirmation. What does that mean? We did have a change of character on 1 hour. Here we can see we pushed up, down. Now this is a low, and we broke these lows as of right now. Now what I'm waiting for is either for this low to be taken, or even better, come down and break again this low. This is what makes would make me enter the trade for a short, right? So at this point, I would enter for a short or at the retracement right here. Now, then at this point, I would enter for a short. Remember, guys, this is never financial advice. This is just what I will be doing if the market shows and gives me the opportunity. And then I would put simply a stop loss right above this highs. And this would be a great risk to reward, in my opinion, because for two reasons. We do have order blocks right all in this area. The thing is that when we see market structure do things like this, meaning that these areas are always, you can see here, for example, let me just turn this on, show you the white. Let's do white. It's marked as a fair value gap, but it's not a fair value. So let's turn it off like this, right? Actually, let me do it here. It's a little bit more clear, in my opinion, if I do it here. So when the price moves, creating highs and lows, and then creates an highs, and then the highs enters the previous highs and lows, there is no more demand, in my opinion. There is still demand. Order blocks can be created, but it's already tapped, right? So when the price then decides to come down, also here we can see here. So when the price decides to come down, what we see is usually this. It just pushed through because there are no more orders. Instead, when the price just pushes up like this and like this, so the this area from the highs and the lows is not tapped, there is still a lot of demand, right? There's still a lot of orders, and the market still wants to come here. So we will encounter some resistance, and maybe we have this, or maybe simply we have this, right? Still, now by looking at this, I hope this was clear. If it's not, just let me know, guys, and I will explain better in another video. So let me see. I can delete this, and I can delete definitely this, and I can delete this. Now, with what I told you guys, you can see how this was all tapped already, was all tapped, meaning that for me, what I'm interested in is coming to this. So I would, I'm, I'm expecting this area to be recovered immediately, and then this would be a strong order block. Why? Because we have no tap as an untapped area. So then this could happen. Then yes, maybe we could see this and then continuing down. Absolutely, I would still take my all my profit out, and then eventually I would re-enter on this, on the retracement, right? So I can take this off, and we can see I already have all these order blocks like here. Keep it very organized. It's much more helpful for me having it this way. I also have these liquidity areas right here. Maybe it would be better. The thing that we did not come from this liquidity and then push down makes me kind of worried, because we could still come up, grab this liquidity from the previous highs. From this previous highs, you can see. Yes, from this previous highs. So we could do that, and then pushes finally down. But as we can see also from this oscillator, always guys from Chart Prime, just go check them out. 7-day risk-free trial, link in the description. We have this, the momentum band crossing the ribbon, how they call it, the ribbon crossing the zero line, meaning that it's turning bearish. It is also true that it seems that it's curving up, but it's still pointing downwards in my opinion. And we have decreasing in money flow. Now, another thing that I saw before was this, this tells me about the exhaustions in this candle, right? We see how we have all these wicks here above, and we can see how the volume is also decreasing. It's another sign for us to tell us that this is probably the top. Now, remember, I will wait for confirm such a strong uptrend. I want to be very sure. I will wait not for simply this retracement. No, I want to see this be broken again, and then finally on the retracement enter. I don't want to risk being caught, being trapped in this short, right? So yeah, that's it for now. I hope this helps. If it does, please leave a beautiful like and subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. So thank you so much, and see you in the next one.